Hello dear students, welcome to this video class. Dear students, you have studied the beginning of Romanticism, how it has been evolved, and what are the major characteristics of Romanticism, and what are the areas which have been affected by the Romanticism in your earlier classes. Dear students, as you all know that Romanticism in English literature officially commenced with the publication of lyrical ballads in the year 1798 by the famous poets called William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. So, in this video, I would like to highlight the major contributions of the Romantic poets to the development of English literature. Before going to discuss the contributions made by the Romantic writers, Romantic poets, again I want to highlight what is Romanticism. Romanticism is an artistic, literary, and intellectual movement that was originated in Europe toward the end of 18th century. It was a reaction against prevailing Enlightenment ideas of the 18th century. It lasted from 1800 to 1850 approximately. Dear students, in literature, Romanticism is a strong reaction against the literature of neoclassical period. Neoclassical literature was strictly governed by the rules and regulations laid by the classical writers. In neoclassical literature, reason, logic, and urban culture was given prime importance. But in romantic literature, imagination, emotions, and simplicity of language ruled. Romanticism is the period from the 1770s to the mid 19th century, and also it is said that it is a transformation in the field of art, artistic styles, and practices. So, as we have thought, or as we all know that Romanticism commenced with the publication of lyrical ballads, but the seeds of Romanticism were sown earlier by some of the writers. Before the publication of lyrical ballads, there were some romantic elements in the writings of Thomson. William Thomson wrote a particular word called seasons. In that work, he highlighted the significance of nature and all other natural elements. So it paved the way for the Romanticism or Romantic literature. So before Wordsworth, we have some important writers. They are considered or they have been regarded as pre-Romantic writers. Among them, we have William Blake. William Blake was a visionary poet who was also an artist and engraver. He had a particular interest in childhood and a strong hatred of mechanical reason and industrialization. He was a painter and printmaker also. His notable works are Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience. His another important work is The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. The second free romantic poet is Robert Burns. Robert Burns worked as a flowman and farm laborer, but he had received a good education and was interested in early Scots ballads and folk songs. His important works are To a Mouse. Robert Burns is well known for his songs Red Red Rose, To a Love's, A Man's a Man for a That. Another important free romantic poet is Walter Scott. He was an author, Scottish author, who developed his interest in old tales of the border and early European poetry into a career as a poet and novelist. His important poetical works are the poetical works of Walter Scott are as follows: The Lady of the Lake, Marmion, The Lay of the Last Minstrel. So these free romantics writers paved the way for the romanticism with their uh, works. The major romantic writers have been divided into two parts. The first part is considered as the first generation of romantic poets. The second part writers are considered as the second generation writers of the romanticism. The first generation of romantics is also known as the lake poets because of their deep attachment to the Lake District in the northwest of England. Among them, we have William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth came from the Lake District and was the leading poet of the group, whose work was especially associated with the centrality of the self and the love of nature. It was he who began the Romanticism in English literature by the publication of Lyrical Ballads in 1798. His notable poems are Daffodils, Tintern Abbey, The Solitary Reefer. Wordsworth became poet laureate in 1843. His another important work is The Prelude. It is considered as his magnum opus. Preface to Lyrical Ballads, The Solitary Reefer, Lucy Gray, The World is Too Much with Us. His another important works. Ode on Intimations of Immortality is considered as the best poems of Wordsworth. The next poet is Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Coleridge was Wordsworth's closest colleague and collaborator, a powerful intellectual. uh, his work was often influenced by the contemporary ideas about science and philosophy. Along with Wordsworth, he too contributed a lot to the development of romantic elements, to the development of poetry in the Romantic age. Coleridge is known for his famous poems The Rime of the Innocent Mariner, Kubla Khan, Christabel, and he is best known for his critical work Biographia Literaria, where he discusses about imagination and fancy. Another first generation poet is Robert Sade. He is a prolific writer of poetry and prose who settled in the Lake District and became poet laureate in 1813. After Robert Sade, William Wordsworth became the poet laureate in 1843. His work was later mocked by Byron. Robert Sade's famous poems are Joan of Arc, Curse of Kehema, After Blenheim. The another first generation romantic poet is Charles Lamb. He was poet, but he is best known for his essays and literary criticism. He was also a Londoner. He was especially close to Coleridge. Lamb wrote many sonnets and poems, but he is known for his essays of Elia and the Tomb of Douglas, A Vision of Repentance, The Old Familiar Faces, are his poetical works. Thomas De Quincey, the youngest member of the group, was known as an essayist and critic, but he too wrote some poems. He wrote a series of memories to the late poets. He is best known for his works called Confessions of an English Opium Eater and On the Knocking at the Gate in Macbeth. Now let us see the contributions made by the second generation of Romantic poets. Here, the first poet of the second generation of Romantic poets is Lord Byron. Byron was a poet and a politician. He too contributed much to the development of English poetry in this age. His famous long narrative poems are Childe Harold's Pilgrimage, Don John. He is one of the leading figures of the Romantic movement and he is regarded one of the greatest British poets. Our another second generation poet is P.B. Shelley. He was one of the leading romantic poets. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest lyric and philosophical poets in the English language. He is known for his radical thoughts in his poetry. He is best known for his classic poems Ozymandias, Ode to the West Wind, To a Skylark, The Cloud, The Mask of Anarchy, Prometheus Unbound, and The Triumph of Life. We have another important poet in the second generation of Romantic poets who is none other than John Keats. He was a London poet, especially known for his odes and sonnets and for his letters, which contain many reflections on poetry and the work of the imagination. John Keats was one of the main figures of the second generation of Romantic poets, one of the most beloved of all English poets. He had a significant influence on a diverse range of poets and writers. His important poems are Ode on a Grecian Urn, Ode to Autumn, Ode to a Nightingale, Sleep and Poetry. His famous sonnet is On First Looking into Chapman's Homer. This is all about the contributions of the Romantic poets to the development of English literature. For further information, you can refer two books History of English Literature by David Duchess and History of English Literature by Edward Albert. Thank you.